trust the process. It may feel uncertain, challenging, and uncomfortable at times, but it's the most transformative path you could ever walk. Many of us are waiting for the moment when everything falls into place, when life finally aligns, and our dreams manifest into reality. But here's the truth. Life doesn't unfold the way we expect it to. And that's the beauty of it. The process, although mysterious, is always working in your favor, whether you see it or not. We'll explore why trusting the process is essential, even when it feels like nothing is happening. We'll uncover the science behind this principle, showing how the body, the brain, and the universe all collaborate to create the life you want. If you feel stuck, this is your sign. The universe is aligning things for you, and it's only a matter of time. At the heart of every transformative journey lies a profound and often mysterious principle, the unknown. It's that intangible force, the unseen current, that guides us forward in life. It's what makes us human, this innate desire to understand the world around us, to grasp what is happening, and to predict what comes next. Yet, this very drive, the quest for certainty, often stands in the way of our growth. It is deeply embedded in our biology, woven into the fabric of our survival instincts, honed over millennia of evolution. It's the very thing that once kept us alive in a world full of unpredictability and danger. Our evolutionary programming built a mechanism within us that urges us to control our environment and predict the future. Our ancestors had to know what was coming next in order to survive. They needed to anticipate the weather, the movement of prey, and the arrival of predators. That need for certainty has been encoded into our DNA, and while we no longer live in caves or hunt for food, the remnants of that instinct still govern us. In the face of uncertainty, whether it's a personal challenge, financial instability, or global events, our first instinct is to seek control. We want to know how things will unfold, and we try to shape the future based on the past. However, this pursuit of control, this desire to impose our will on the world around us, may be one of the biggest obstacles to true transformation. Life, in its most essential form, is fluid. The universe works in ways that defy logic, that surpass our understanding. It moves in cycles, in waves, in patterns that are often beyond our comprehension. Trying to control every aspect of our lives, to predict every outcome, is akin to trying to catch the wind in your hand. The universe doesn't operate on the same timeline we do. It doesn't respond to the same laws of time and space we've been conditioned to rely on. To truly embrace transformation, we must step into the unknown with trust, with the belief that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when it seems like nothing is happening. In this space of uncertainty lies the potential for miracles. It is in the unknown that new possibilities emerge, and it is when we let go of the need to control everything that the doors to creativity, growth, and true manifestation swing wide open. When you release the need to control, when you allow yourself to step into the unknown with full trust, you are engaging with the very fabric of life. You are surrendering to the flow of the universe and, in doing so, aligning yourself with the greater forces that govern the world around you. This is the beginning of a true shift. Now, to truly understand why letting go is so powerful, we need to explore what's happening inside your body. Your nervous system plays a crucial role in how you respond to the world around you, and this response deeply impacts your ability to create and manifest the life you desire. When faced with stress or fear, whether it's triggered by external circumstances like work, relationships, or even the news, or by internal worries and anxieties, the body's natural response is to enter what is known as fight or flight mode. This reaction is a remnant of our evolutionary programming. In ancient times, when we were faced with a physical threat, this response allowed us to either run from danger or fight for survival. It was life-saving and essential for survival. However, in modern society, this response is triggered by stressors that are not life-threatening. We are constantly exposed to stress, be it in the form of work pressure, financial challenges, relationship issues, or simply the pace of life itself. Unlike our ancestors, who only experienced brief moments of intense stress, we now live in a constant state of low-grade anxiety. Our bodies and minds are perpetually in emergency mode, responding to every challenge as though it's a matter of life or death. This prolonged state of stress disrupts the balance of your body. Your autonomic nervous system, which controls all involuntary processes in the body, is hijacked by the sympathetic nervous system, responsible for the fight or flight response. As a result, your body is flooded with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which prepare you for action but also interfere with your body's ability to heal, grow, and regenerate. When you are constantly in this stress state, the body's natural healing mechanisms are suppressed. Your immune system is weakened, your digestive processes slow down, and your ability to focus and think clearly is diminished. You become trapped in a loop where your body is in survival mode, but instead of facing physical threats, you are battling invisible enemies: anxiety, fear, doubt, and the uncertainty of life itself. But imagine for a moment, what would happen if you could break free from this cycle? What if you could learn to release the grip of stress, fear, and anxiety? What if you could shift your nervous system from fight or flight mode to a state of relaxation and trust? The power of this shift cannot be overstated. By consciously calming your nervous system, you open up the space for healing, growth, and creation. You give yourself the opportunity to move beyond mere survival into a place where you can truly thrive. When you step into the unknown with trust, you are sending a signal to your body that it is safe. You are telling your nervous system that there is no immediate threat, that the world is not a dangerous place to be controlled. In this space of safety, your body can begin to repair itself, restore balance, and enter a state of creative flow. Your focus shifts from survival to creation. Let's take a deeper look at how this shift occurs. From an early age, we are conditioned to focus on the material world, the physical things we can see, touch, and control. We are taught to narrow our attention to the tangible, the predictable, the known. This focus on the physical world leads us to equate success with external achievements: the car, the house, the job, the status. But what if true success lies not in the material world, but in something far greater, something unseen and unmeasurable? What if the most powerful force in the universe is not matter, but energy? What if our dreams are not tied to material possessions, but to the energy we align with and the frequency we operate on? When we operate from a place of survival, we believe that our reality is limited to what we know from the past. This survival-based mindset keeps us locked in a cycle of fear, scarcity, and separation. We continue to wait for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or the ideal circumstances to bring our dreams into reality. We are waiting for external validation or for things to fall into place before we take action. But the truth is, the perfect conditions will never come. The circumstances will never align perfectly. The universe does not operate on the same rules we do. Waiting for the right time, waiting for things to be just right, is a form of procrastination. It's a way of avoiding the unknown, a way of clinging to the familiar in the face of uncertainty. The breakthrough moment comes when you realize that you don't need the perfect conditions to create the life you want. This is the moment when you shift from survival mode to creation mode. When you stop waiting for things to happen and start creating them. When you embrace the unknown and trust that the process is already unfolding, even if you can't see the results yet. The key to manifesting your dreams is to align yourself with the flow of the universe. This doesn't mean forcing outcomes or manipulating the material world. It means letting go of control and trusting that the universe has your back. When you shift your focus from fear and survival to trust and creation, you tap into a higher, more powerful force, the field of infinite potential. In this field, time and space are irrelevant. There is no separation between you and your desires. The only thing that matters is your energy, your frequency, and your ability to align with the vibration of your dreams. When you trust the process, when you let go of the need to control and predict, you allow the universe to deliver what you've been asking for, in ways that are far greater than anything you could have imagined. The process of transformation is not linear. It doesn't follow the predictable paths we've been taught to expect. Instead, it unfolds in mysterious, unexpected ways. But the more you trust, the more you allow yourself to embrace the unknown, the more magical the process becomes. When you let go of the need to control, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You become an active participant in the unfolding of your life, rather than a passive observer. You move from a place of scarcity to one of abundance. You shift from a mindset of survival to one of creation. And when you trust that the process is working, even when it doesn't seem like it is, that's when the true magic happens. That's when the universe begins to move in your favor, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to support your growth. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, and you begin to create it. You stop holding yourself back out of fear, and you step boldly into the unknown, knowing that everything is already falling into place. The process is always working, even when you can't see the results right away. And the more you trust, the faster and more effortlessly your dreams will materialize. Imagine for a moment that you are in a stressful situation. Perhaps you are facing an important deadline at work, dealing with a challenging relationship, or caught in the midst of a personal crisis. As you feel the pressure building, your body begins to react. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your thoughts become erratic and clouded with worry. You feel a tightness in your chest, and your muscles tense as you prepare to either fight the challenge head-on or flee from it. This is the fight-or-flight response, a natural mechanism hardwired into our nervous system. In this state, you are essentially operating on autopilot. Your brain is no longer in control, but rather, your body is running on the instinctual need to protect itself from perceived danger. It's an evolutionary response that has helped humans survive for centuries, but in the modern world, it's often triggered in situations that don't involve physical danger, like work pressure, relationship stress, or personal fears. As a result, when we're in a state of fear, we lose the ability to think clearly, make effective decisions, or create the reality we desire. We are trapped in a loop of anxiety and stress, disconnected from the higher levels of consciousness required for true transformation. But what if there was a way to break this cycle? What if you could consciously shift from fear to gratitude, from stress to inspiration, and in doing so, elevate your emotional state to a frequency that is more aligned with the reality you want to create? The power of elevating your emotions is transformative, and it's something that you have the ability to control. In fact, your emotional state is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal when it comes to shaping your life. The science behind this is rooted in the principles of energy and vibration. Every emotion you experience operates at a certain frequency. Emotions like fear, anxiety, anger, and frustration vibrate at a lower frequency, while emotions like love, joy, peace, and gratitude vibrate at a higher frequency. When you shift your emotions from fear to gratitude, for example, you are literally changing your energetic vibration. You are aligning yourself with a higher state of being, one that is more conducive to attracting the things you desire in life. Research in the field of quantum physics and neuroscience has shown that everything in the universe, including human beings, is made up of energy. The cells in your body, the thoughts in your mind, and the emotions you feel all carry a vibrational frequency. When you are in a state of fear, your body is vibrating at a lower frequency, which can cause you to feel anxious, disconnected, or stuck. This is because fear creates a sense of separation, a disconnection from your true self, from others, and from the world around you. On the other hand, emotions like gratitude, love, and inspiration are associated with higher frequencies, and they help you to feel more connected, abundant, and aligned with your true purpose. One of the most compelling studies in this area comes from Dr. David Hawkins, a renowned psychiatrist and researcher who created the map of consciousness. In his research, Hawkins found that different emotions correspond to specific levels of consciousness, which are represented on a scale from 0 to 1,000. At the lower end of the scale are emotions like shame, guilt, and fear, which vibrate at very low frequencies. At the higher end of the scale are emotions like love, joy, peace, and enlightenment, which vibrate at very high frequencies. According to Hawkins, the key to creating lasting transformation is to consciously elevate your emotional state by shifting from lower frequency emotions to higher frequency ones. For example, when you feel gratitude, you are elevating your emotional state. Gratitude has been shown to have a profound impact on your brain chemistry and overall well-being. In fact, studies have demonstrated that practicing gratitude can increase levels of dopamine and serotonin, two neurotransmitters that are associated with feelings of happiness and well-being. When you express gratitude, you activate the brain's reward centers, which not only makes you feel good in the moment but also sets the stage for attracting more positive experiences into your life. In contrast, fear and anxiety have the opposite effect. When you are in a state of fear, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol, which can suppress the immune system, disrupt your sleep patterns, and interfere with your ability to think clearly. Chronic stress can lead to a host of physical and mental health problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, depression, and anxiety. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of survival mode, where your body is constantly in fight or flight, unable to relax, heal, or manifest your desires. Gratitude, on the other hand, is one of the most powerful emotional states you can cultivate. It is an elevated emotion that helps you to step out of the chaos of your mind and into the present moment. When you practice gratitude, you are essentially training your brain to focus on what is working in your life, rather than what is lacking. You begin to shift your perspective from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. And this shift in mindset is key to attracting more of what you want. Studies have shown that gratitude can have a profound effect on your mental and physical health. In one study conducted by Robert Emmons, a leading researcher on gratitude, participants who kept a daily gratitude journal reported feeling more positive emotions, had better sleep, and experienced fewer symptoms of illness. Another study by Dr. Martin Seligman found that practicing gratitude increased happiness levels and decreased depressive symptoms in participants over a period of several weeks. But the benefits of gratitude go beyond just improving your mood. When you cultivate gratitude, you are also enhancing your ability to manifest your desires. This is because gratitude helps to align you with the vibration of abundance. The more you focus on what you are grateful for, the more you open yourself up to receiving even more of the things you desire. This is the law of attraction in action. The more you give thanks for what you already have, the more the universe will bring you to be grateful for. Now that we understand the science behind emotional frequencies and the power of gratitude, how can we begin to incorporate this into our daily lives? How can we shift from fear and stress to gratitude and inspiration, and align ourselves with the energy of creation? One of the simplest and most effective ways to elevate your emotions is by starting a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for. These don't have to be big things. They can be simple moments of joy, like a beautiful sunset, a kind gesture from a friend, or a cup of coffee in the morning. The key is to focus on the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they may seem. By making gratitude a daily practice, you train your mind to focus on what is going well, rather than what is going wrong. This shift in perspective can create a ripple effect, bringing more positive experiences into your life. You will begin to see the beauty and abundance that already exists around you, which will help you to align with the frequency of abundance and attract even more of it. Another powerful tool for shifting your emotional state is mindfulness meditation. When you feel overwhelmed by stress or fear, take a few moments to close your eyes and focus on your breath. Breathe deeply and slowly, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. As you focus on your breath, allow your thoughts to drift away. Let go of the worries and anxieties that are weighing you down, and instead bring your attention to the present moment. During meditation, you can also focus on gratitude. Imagine the things you are thankful for, and feel the warmth and joy that comes from those thoughts. Visualize yourself surrounded by the energy of love and abundance. This practice not only helps to reduce stress but also raises your emotional frequency, helping you to align with the energy of creation. Affirmations and visualization are powerful tools that can help you to manifest your desires by elevating your emotional state. Each day, repeat positive affirmations that align with your goals and desires. These can be simple phrases like, "I am worthy of abundance," "I am grateful for all that I have," or "I attract love and success effortlessly." As you say these affirmations, feel the emotions behind them. Visualize yourself living the life you desire, and experience the joy, peace, and excitement that comes with that vision. By consistently practicing affirmations and visualization, you reprogram your subconscious mind to align with your desires. You begin to see yourself as deserving of what you want, and your emotional frequency rises to match the vibration of your dreams. At the core of every transformative journey lies the ability to release control and open oneself to the unknown. This initial step involves relinquishing the need to predict, control, or manipulate the outcome of your desires. Many of us are conditioned to believe that we must constantly strive, work hard, and actively control everything to create the life we want. But the truth is that, quite often, the opposite works better. As you let go of the impulse to control, subtle shifts will begin to occur in your life. Unexpected opportunities will appear, and the universe will present you with what you need in perfect timing. But this isn't magic, it's the result of aligning with the frequency of your dreams. When you release the need for control, you open yourself to the flow of life, a flow that is in perfect harmony with the energy of your desires. This shift into alignment is where the quantum field plays a crucial role. At its essence, the quantum field reveals that everything is energy. Every atom, every particle, every thought, emotion, and belief is vibrating at a specific frequency. Your internal energy influences your external world, attracting people, circumstances, and events that align with your vibration. The quantum field doesn't operate based on linear time or logic. It's responsive to your energy, frequency, and alignment. This is where the magic happens. Control is deeply ingrained in human nature. It's an instinctual response to the unknown, designed to help us feel safe. From a young age, we are taught that controlling our environment and circumstances is necessary to create the life we desire. However, as we grow, we realize that our need for control can often limit us. When we try to force things to happen, we create resistance in our lives. Think about the last time you tried to control an outcome. Did the act of control bring you peace, or did it lead to frustration? When we are in a state of fear and need for control, we are disconnected from the energy of creation. Instead of allowing the universe to guide us, we block the flow of possibilities. Releasing control opens us to the flow of the quantum field, allowing us to align with the universal forces that are always working in our favor. This shift from control to trust is when the true magic begins. Trust is the cornerstone of the process. Without trust, fear and doubt will continue to drive your actions, preventing the flow of possibilities from entering your life. Trust enables you to surrender to the unknown and believe that the universe is guiding you to what's best for you. Cultivating trust starts with small moments of faith. You don't need to trust everything all at once. Begin with the smaller situations in which you can release control and trust that things are unfolding as they should. As you continue to practice trust, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your life. The more you trust, the more you will see evidence of infinite possibilities manifesting. This doesn't mean you become passive or stop taking action. Rather, trust is about taking inspired action, acting from a place of inner knowing, not fear. When you trust the process, life unfolds naturally without resistance. Start small by practicing trust in everyday situations. When faced with stress or uncertainty, instead of trying to control the outcome, focus on releasing tension and choosing to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. For instance, when facing challenges, choose to see them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. This shift in perspective moves you from fear and resistance to trust and possibility. As you trust, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your thoughts, emotions, and external circumstances. People and opportunities will start to align with your desires. The more you practice trust, the more you will see the evidence of infinite possibilities unfolding around you. The key to creating from the field is to shift your focus from the material world and its limitations to the infinite possibilities that exist in the quantum field. Releasing control and trusting the process allows you to open yourself to a world of endless potential. When you align your energy with the frequency of your desires, you become a magnet for the life you want to create. This journey is about aligning with the flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. The more you let go of control, the more you will experience the magic of the quantum field unfolding in your life.